On behalf of SIRC of ICI, I today welcome all the members for today's practical session, Trust Renewal. We have a distinguished speaker, CA SUTHESH sir with us. Sir, I would like to occupy the dais, sir. Yeah, before we begin, I would like to announce for all the members to rise up for the motto song.
य एष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति य एष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति कामं 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 कामपुरुषो पुरुषो निर्मिमाणः निर्मिमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्मा तदेवामृतमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकः शतः सर्वे तदूनात्यति कश्चन एतद्वैता 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 एतद्वैता
Thank you. On behalf of SIRC of ICI, it is my pleasure to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed speaker, CA SUTHESH sir. He is a distinguished professional with over 15 years of experience in public practice. He has made significant contributions in the field of NGO audits, corporate audits, bank audits, and taxation. As a fellow chartered accountant and a DISA qualified professional, he brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise, guiding organization in assurance, compliance, and consulting. We are honored to have him with us today to share his insight and expertise. I would also like CA Sriraman sir to honor our guest by giving a memento.
Good evening, everyone. This is CA SUTHESH. At the outset, I thank God and ICAI, SIRC of ICAI, Office Bears of ICAI, and all the organizers, and each one of you, because you have invested this 3 hours with me. So thank you so much for having come to this meeting. Actually, I'm extremely nervous today. Reason being, this is the first SIRC meeting that I'm conducting. I'm taking class. So all these 15 years, I used to be, in the last seat. So now it's a little nervous. So kindly bear with me. Without taking much of your time, we will just dive into this topic. I'm also going to learn along with you. I'm sure you would have conducted NGO audits and NGO consulting and all. Before I start, may I know how many of you have had the exposure with this NGO audit? So almost 20 to 30% of the audience, CA fraternity, have already been into this NGO. So if I make any small mistake, just please try to correct me. Fine. Let's go to this topic. So I have made a very simple PPT for this session because I cannot incorporate all the provisions inside the PPT. So this will be our outline. And in the meantime, I have pulled all the provisions, relevant rules and relevant forms in a PDF version. I will be sharing this PPT along with all those PDFs with you all through the SIRC. Okay. Fine. So the main objective of this session would be getting working knowledge and to understand the responsibility upon our shoulders and to handle them in an effective manner. So, unlike other audits, this NGO audit is a little tricky. Tricky means it has a lot of compliances to be followed, and even if we do small mistake, it will affect the organization in a bigger manner. So the organization has to be extremely careful, so do we also. So today we will go through the basics of NGO, what is NGO, what are the types of NGOs, trust and its formation related matters, society and Section 8 related matters. Then we will have a list of provisions, forms and rules applicable to the NGOs. And the third item would be the proposed amendment via finance bill, not very much changes. They are now proposing only one major change they have proposed, and we will go through do's and don'ts, and lastly Q&A sessions will be there. So during the course of session also, if you would like to ask any question, you can stop me, but please be please show some mercy on me, because this is my first meeting. Fine. Okay, NGO, it's a non-governmental organization that generally formed independent from government. So government cannot do a lot of social work. So for that matter, the NGOs are formed to support government and to do a lot of social work. There are three types of NGOs normally we form. One is the very simplest form is the trust, and little formal one will be the society, and Section 8 companies, as you know, it's more formal. So these are the three types of NGOs. I mean public NGOs. Definition of trust. In the trust, there is a settlor or settlers, trustees will be there, and beneficiaries. These three are the main parties of the trust. So we have to define in the trust deed clearly who is going to be the settlor, who are all the trustees, and who are all the beneficiaries. So once we identify those parties, we can draft the trust deed, and we can register with the local government SRO office. So if it is in Chennai, wherever the register office is going to be, there will be the SRO office. We have to go and get the deed registered there. So normally it will be registered in 1 or 2 days time. So they mainly want the managing trustee to be present at the time of registration, as well as 2 witnesses. So other trustees need not go. Once trust deed is registered, this is the settlor, trustee and beneficiary definition. It's a self-explanatory. Settlor is the main person who wants to transfer the asset to the trustees or trustee. Trustee is the one who holds the property for the benefit of the beneficiaries or third party. Beneficiary is the ultimate person who are going to be benefited because of the trust.
Settler is also the trustee.
Yeah, settlor also can be the trustee, sir.
Can there be more than one settler for a trust?
Yes, sir. The intention should be, mentioned properly in the trust deed. Purpose of the trust, beneficiary of the monetary benefits controlled by the trust. The trustee should be impartial, should not convert property and monetary assets to profitable property outside the limit of the purpose for which it was created. Once they do the profitable ventures, then the income tax 12AB registration will be cancelled. So we have not gone through the registration part with respect to income tax. And here are the types of trust. The first one is public religious trust, public charitable trust, public religious cum charitable trust. So you can have mixed objects in the third category. The first category and the second category is purely religious and the purely charitable. Third one, a private trust, is equivalent to business, and other trusts like revocable, irrevocable, business trust, investment trust, and so on. So we are mainly concerned about the first three categories. So I will take you through one charitable trust deed. It's a 100% charitable trust deed. I will share this format with you. If you want to enhance, you can. Sir, screen. This is the trust deed format. So in the first paragraph, you need to give the founder trustees details, and this paragraph is important. Some of the important points alone I will just take you through. So what is the name of the trust, where it is going to be located as office address. Nowadays, when the SRO, when you go for registration, they are asking proof for the registered office address. And here, this clause should be there invariably for a public charitable trust. And here I have listed some of the principal objects. Ancillary objects, and role of trustees, what are all the responsibilities they are having, and who is going to operate the bank accounts. And nowadays, the bank is willing to give debit cards for the trust if only one managing trustee is authorized to operate the bank account. So in the trust, we are not we cannot spend cash expenditure. So in order to avoid that, I think you can apply for the debit card so that all the transactions will be hit in the bank statement. Quorum, meeting of the Board of Trustees, when trustship will come to cease, and accounts, audit, annual general meeting. So amendments, who are all the other trustees, we can list all those trustees here, and you can define their terms and all, whether they are eligible to be trustee for lifetime or 3 years or 5 years, whatever be. The dissolution clause, this is also very important. And the trust should be irrevocable. Once you start the trust, there is no end for the trust unless you transfer the entire assets and liability to a similar objects, similar trust which has same objects. At the time of winding up and dissolution, everything should be transferred to other trust which has TOLE and ADG registration. Whenever there is a major amendment is going to happen, you have to get the approval from the income tax department once you get the TOLE certificate. Activities should be confined within India only. You cannot have objects or activities outside of India. And all the activities should be non-profit motive. Yes, sir. Whenever you are going to sell the property, you have to get the approval from. It is there, sir, in the previous here. It is there, actually. It is there. The benefit would be to the general public. If it is a charitable organization, not more than 5% of the income should be applied for religious purpose. So this is a format of trust deed. Here founder has to sign, and witness, 2 witnesses you have to bring to SRO office to get it registered. So I'll be sharing. Yes, sir. 1881, sir. Yes, sir. Trust Act. Yes, sir. Indian Trust Act. They will not issue certificate, sir. They just register the deed and give it to you. Like how you do sale deed and all. Correct. But actually they are not issuing certificate. They are not issuing certificate, sir. For that purpose, you can upload the trust deed itself, sir. Only society and Section 8 company, we are getting the certificate. Mm-hmm. And they are asking in color also. They are asking the trust deed should be scanned in color, not a black and white. You are talking about Turban ID registration alone. Okay. So far we are uploading the trust deed only, sir. There is no registration certificate as such. For registration.
That can be used as evidence for uploading.
Okay. But in that, I think you will not get the trust name.
You will not have the trust name.
The founder trustee's name will be appearing.
Yes.
Okay.
Some book is there.
Okay. But we are uploading the trust deed, sir.
Yes.
It is accepting, and it is within the limit also, sir.
The Durban registration certificate, which will be within the particular MP, since this runs into pages, we are facing the challenge that to upload the
So you
trust
need to
deed
compress
to
the
prove that.
PDF, sir. That is the only solution. You need to compress it and just you have to upload it. Mm. Mm.
But in case of trust, they don't get any.
They are not giving, sir.
They are not giving.
I
But
also don't know
we
why.
We have to fill the form.
Ah.
The form asking you are auditing under Trust Act or Income Tax Act.
Mm.
There is a 2 classification.
Correct. Technically, if they give the certificate, you have to renew the accounts every year.
No, the
In
basis of
society and Section 8 we are doing, right?
the basic of trust is governed by the Trust Act.
Mm.
But we don't have any certificate regarding that. That is my concern.
Yes, sir. Indian Trust Act applies to public trust, sir. Uh-huh. So far we are following that one only. Okay. But I think they will do some amendment regarding this trust, sir. Correct. But it has not, correct. I think there they have mentioned annual renewal of accounts and all, like a society. Correct. So next is society. Society should have more than, yes ma'am.
In the context of trust, is it okay if all the trustees are foreigners? Is it possible to register trust with all the trustees as foreigners?
Foreigner, you mean
They are tax
citizenship or
residents.
NRI?
They are tax residents in India,
Okay.
but they are not Indian citizens.
They are not Indian citizens. One should be Indian resident.
Mandatorily.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But in FCRA, if you you will find a lot of issues. In trust, I think there is no much complication. But when you go for FCRA, you will face a lot of issues. So minimum 7 members should be there for a society. You should define who are all going to be executive members and members and beneficiaries. So again, it's a state level registration. For those who are in Tamil Nadu, we have to go to SRO office, and we need to, I think they are now making online registration. You need to fill all the members' details, and the standard template is there. You need to take the printout and sign it and submit the paper with the SRO office. Then they will give the form number 2 certificate, sir. So again, here also annual renewal of accounts is mandatory, and principle of mutuality is also there for some of the societies. Principle of mutuality applies to club and house society, all those things. So there is no, technically there is no income for the society, because since they are collecting contribution from the member and they are spending for the members. So if any income comes outside or from non-members, then that is taxable. So I will share a society document. Just for your reference. It's one of our clients' society. I have got permission from them to so this is the society's certificate. When it was applied, what is the name and all will be there in form number 2. This is form number 1, its application. Form number 5, place of register office. And we should have objects in the memorandum. This irrevocable should be there for all the, organizations, those who want to go for TOLE registration, who are all going to be the executive members, signature, and these rules and regulations are bylaw. They have a standard template. We need to just take the printout of this and sign it and give it to them for registration. So this is all about society.
Sir, in case of trust, if I have to amend the deed at the same time, when I amend the deed, I have to do both re-registration and also with the SRO.
You are talking about society or trust, ma'am? Trust. If you are touching the object class, then you need to go for TOLE re-registration.
If I am only touching the governing body,
Other than objects, if you are doing any amendment, there is no need to reapply for TOLE.
but SRO needs, I need to go back and register with the registrar again.
Some banks, see, if it is required, if most of the trustees are changing, then I think bank is demanding that it should be registered.
Can I have it like an addendum to the original deed or should I alter the entire deed? Should I make a new deed, sir?
No, it is an amended deed. You have to make a separate amended deed. The first. Correct. That is enough actually. They are also asking for auditor, financial statement. Next comes Section 8. Section 8, as you know, it is a registration under Ministry of Company Affairs. So Section 8, unfortunately, they have classified this as a non-small company. So we need to prepare cash flow and even demat of shares applicable to Section 8 company also. So most of the big organization, they register themselves under Section 8 only.
What is the difference between Section 8 company and the normal company?
There is no much difference, only if you are registered under Section 8, it's a public document. So yeah, it's a corporate form of thing.
Normally, resource and surplus are untouched by.
Correct. Yeah. Now for that they will issue a separate Section 8 license. So with a lot of conditions they mentioned, and they issued Section 8 license. So you cannot do normal business under Section 8. Correct. So Section 8 also we'll just quickly go through. So this is the Section 8 license, sorry.
Sir, when taking UDN,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
when taking generation of UDN, site asking whether under which section, under which class is going to issue UDN.
For what type of organization, sir? Public trust.
Two or three classes.
You can put others not listed above category.
All public trusts are subject to Indian Trust Act.
Correct.
Whether we have to trust audit and trust act or income tax act.
No, under Income Tax Act, if you have to audit, the section says that the income should be more than 2.5 lakh without giving Section 11 and 12. Then only those things are coming under audit. So normally, 1 minute, sir. Normally you can give 2 audit report, like independent audit report under Indian Trust Act, And if tolle audit is mandatory, then you can give under Income Tax Act. Correct. In the if you see the normal trust deed, uh, correct. So this is Section 8 license, wherein they have mentioned everything. Like you cannot violate any of these conditions. If you do, then it will be treated as a normal private limited company. So MOA, AOA and all, like normal company, you should define. Yeah. So what we have to do after the trust is registered or society is registered or Section 8 company is registered, then we have to go for PAN application. Turban ID, now the RBI master direction says that all the NGOs has to have Turban ID and KYC to be updated with the bank. Then bank account to be, now they are asking, before even opening the bank account, they are asking Turban ID. For those old organizations, at the time of KYC renewal, they are asking for Turban ID registration. Bookkeeping is mandatory. Even ICA guidance note is also there. For non-corporate organized entities, we have a separate guidance note. Audit is required under even trust deed. In the trust deed, if you have mentioned about audit, then audit is applicable. Society anyway, audit is applicable. Under Section 8 company also, audit is there. Then annual filing with Register of Society or ROC. No annual filing requirement with the SRO as of now. The income tax form that we have to use for those organizations who has Tolle B registration is ITR 7. Those who have not got Tolle registration certificate, then ITR 5 is the applicable form. Dissolution, if activities could not be carried out or violation detected. So if any violation is there, then there is a compulsory dissolution, and we need to transfer the assets and liability to some other organization. Or if Tolle is cancelled, then it will be treated as a normal profit organization. You need to pay tax. At the time of cancellation of Tolle, exit tax is applicable. Exit tax Section 115 TD to 115 TF, there are 3 sections. Even in rules also, they have just given how to compute the tax if exit clause is hit. So we will see in the upcoming slides. So we will go through some of the important provisions that talks about exemptions, registration, and other compliances. Section 215, it talks about charitable activities or charitable purpose. So charitable purpose includes relief of the poor, education, yoga, medical relief, preservation of environment, and preservation of monuments or places or objects of artistic or historic interest, and The last limb is advancement of any other objects of general public utility. So there is a proviso that talks about that the advancement of any other general public shall not be charitable purpose if they do any profitable venture. But that is, there are two exemptions for that. One is, if they do business and because of the furtherance of objectives of the trust, then that is allowed, as well as the entire receipts from the business should not be more than 20% of the total receipts. So this is charitable purpose. There is no exclusive definition of religious or charitable. So everything comes under section 215, charitable purpose only.
Sir, I have a doubt regarding the ITR form you discussed.
Yes, ma'am.
So it says that for those registered, we have ITR 7, and for those which is not registered, we under ITR 7. So, say for example, I am not registered but claiming exemption under 1023C. But that specific exemption is covered under 139(4)(c), which is basically applicable for ITR 7. So in that case, even if I am not registered, but I am claiming exemption under 1023C 3AD,
Yeah.
I should file ITR 7 only,
ITR 7
right?
only, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. But we kind of filed for one.
1023C, there are different categories. Some of the organization need not go for registration. Yes, yes, yes. And section 224, it talks about income. Under income, 24(2)(a), they are bringing voluntary contribution received by a trust created wholly or partly for charitable or religious purpose. So basically they are bringing everything under income category. So when you are going for Tolebi registration, or when you got Tolebi registration, then only that income is exempt. Otherwise, all are included in income, and you need to pay tax for that. Section 1023C. Yes. Here, 1023C 3AB. Any university or educational institution existing solely for educational purpose. So they are stressing the importance on solely for educational purpose. If you are eligible, or if you want to avail exemption under 3AB, then only the educational purpose related objectives alone should be there in your registered deed. If you have any mixed objects, then you are not eligible. And not for purpose of profit, which is wholly or substantially financed by the government. So wholly or substantially financed by government means 50% of the government grant of the total receipts. If you are getting more than 50% of the total receipts from government through via government grant, then you are eligible for 1023C 3AB. 1023C 3AC, it talks about hospital, which gives treatment exclusively for philanthropic purpose and not for purpose of profit, which is wholly or substantially financed by the government. So these two are parallel organization. One talks about education and another one talks about the medical hospital. These two, there is no need for registration. And 1023C 3AD, here again solely for educational purpose, not for the purpose of profit, but here there is a cap of 5 crore. Up to 5 crore, again here no need to register your organization with Income Tax Department. 3AE is parallel section to 3AD. It talks about hospital which has up to 5 crore receipts. 1023C34. Here for this there is a registration requirement is there, 4, 5, 6 and 6A. For these 4 category, we need to register our organization under income tax with form number 10A or 10AB, whatever is applicable. Yes, sir. Mm. Correct.
My turnover exceeds 5 crore. Registration is the only option I have to claim exemption from, or can I also go to
You have to go for registration. Yes.
and also
Yes.
does the criteria of 85% accumulation or like have the gap of 15% for income, does that apply to same categories or
Honestly speaking, I don't know the answer because I have not done any practical case under this category.
So up to 2.5 lakhs, if there is any income, then they will not be paid any tax.
Yes, sir.
Because even sometimes if it is 2.5.
Even I think IT filing requirement is also not there.
But whereas in case if it is
Provided you have 12AB certificate.
maximum marginal rate, 12AB is not there.
Hmm.
So only it is registered in the trust act.
Okay.
But whereas getting some income. So it is less than 2.5 lakhs that net profit.
Hmm.
But if you file that, then the trustees are actually, they are all having taxable income.
Correct.
So then it is taxed at a maximum marginal rate.
Correct.
So even that it is charging at 30%.
42.744%, sir. So 30% tax plus 37% surcharge plus 4% cess, sir. So that's very dangerous nowadays. But when you file the return, the form is not calculating at the maximum marginal rate. Form calculates 30% plus 4%, and it will allow you to file the return. While they do the assessment, they are asking the extra amount. They are running the tax under maximum marginal rate.
How to overcome this, sir, if it is less than
So,
2.5 lakhs?
Only
For trust.
only you need to go for 12AB registration, sir.
Okay.
You have to go for 12AB
So if
registration.
you go for 12AB registration, the registration should have been obtained within 6 months from the date of formation of the entity.
Correct.
So then from that time of, if you apply for a 12AB.
No, for that they have inserted a last one clause is there. Till now you have not claimed section 11 and 12, then you are allowed to apply under that category, then they will give 5 years validity certificate.
But 11 and 12, if you do not apply, then that.
No. So far you should not have used ITR 7. You should not claimed any exemption. Then, so which means you have filed all your returns under ITR 5 so far, then you are eligible for application.
So if
Even after commencement of activity also.
no return has been filed,
No return, then it's complicated. I think you have to file it and then you have to make the payment, then you have to choose that class, sir.
then if that be the case, we have to file updated return.
Correct. So this is the rate of tax they are charging. So as I said, 42.744%, 30% plus 37%. It is given in this tax rate. It's from income tax portal only. I've given the link. You can check. So before even file your return, make sure you pay the tax under maximum marginal rate. In case of club, it is coming under principle of mutuality. There is no tax. mutuality is applicable, provided if any amount they have received from non-members, that is taxable.
That is taxable.
Ah.
It is taxable.
At a maximum margin rate. Maximum margin rate.
Interest on fixed deposits is taxable.
Yes, yes, sir. Interest is interest, and any amount received from non-members.
Cannot be charged by taking AOP or body of individuals by applying individual rate.
So previously, the form used to calculate that way only. Now, if you are putting the members' details, it will check whether they are, in the maximum slab rate or not. I think that's why they are, charging in a maximum marginal rate, sir.
The Act says that if it is the individual and the body of individuals and the AOP, then the new slab is applicable. That's what the Act section says. But whereas the assessment is being viewed differently.
That's what given in this portal, sir. So in this page, they have clearly mentioned, if the members' share is not determined or determined, there are two classes of tax. Just let me just check, sir. So it is maximum marginal rate only, sir. But previously, the income tax form used to calculate the. There were no problem. Nowadays, they are calculating tax in MMR only. So we have gone through section 2, 1023C done. Now we'll go through 12A. So conditions for applicability of section 11 and 12. When an organization is eligible to claim section 11 and 12 is when they have applied for the registration with the principal commissioner or commissioner of income tax. So here whatever is relevant, I will just go through that section only. Section 12A, 1AC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6A, 6B. These are important. The first one is, erstwhile you have 12A certificate before 31st March 2021, you can opt for this class and you can revalidate your certificate for 5 years. Second is, already you have 12AB certificate which is under current provision. When you go for renewal, you have to file form number 10AB at least 6 months prior to the expiry of the set period. Before the date of expiry, you have to 6 months prior to that you have to file your form number 10AB. I think now even if you miss the CIT exemption has power to condone. If for genuine reason you could not apply, if you prove it, then they may consider. Before September only. April, May itself also I think apply, but I don't know how they are processing, because if they may give the registration from April onward, so you will be losing 6 months benefit. But yes sir, I think for 25-26 financial year, I think it will be over. September 2025 is the due date. And the third one is, already you have obtained a provisional certificate, you want to go for permanent. Here there are two conditions. One is 6 months prior to the expiry of the provisional registration or within 6 months from the commencement of activity, whichever is earlier. Commencement of activity, for that they are asking for bank statement. So first credit they take it as a commencement of activity. The fourth one is inoperative. So I have not seen any practical case under this category. The fifth one, when you are modifying the objects in the trust deed or the organization, society, bylaw, then within 30 days from the date of modification, you have to go for reapply of 12AB. 6A, 6B. So this is the first case. But I don't know why they have worded it like this. So 1 month prior to the commencement of the previous year, relevant to the assessment year, for which said registration is sought. So when you are going for the very first time, you have to choose this one. And the B is applicable to those cases which have not utilized the exemption under section 11, 12 so far, which means so far they have filed ITR 5 and they have paid the tax, then they can choose this option and go for registration under in form number 10AB. So any of you have any doubt in this? So it is always better to go for registration, ma'am, irrespective of your level of operation, transaction. So there is always a risk in unregistered organization. If you go for registration, it is always better.
Earlier there was once the registration of 10, 2021, valid for 5 years. Now recently the period they have made it 5 to 10. Is it applicable for the present extension or have to again apply for now and future only it will be valid?
So they are saying that the application that has been processed after 1/4/2025, sir. Okay. For the even revalidated certificate also. We have to, because they are using the word application is there. So application has to be there. Okay. Supposing if I am having a case wherein I am appearing for hearing now, so they will be issuing certificate before 31st March. Then I have to go for. Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is 12A. So we'll go to section 11. Section 11 is a very big, section which has a lot of, conditions. So only we will just go through whatever is important. Subject to the provision of section 60 to 63. Income shall not be calculated in the total income of the previous year of the person in receipt of the income, provided they spend at least 85% of the income towards the objects of the trust. And if any donation they have received with the direction from the donor that it has to be used for corpus purpose, then that is not included in the income. It is a balance sheet item. If for any reason, if an organization cannot apply 85% in the same financial year, it can apply form number 9A, that is deemed application, saying that they can apply in the next financial year. So form number 9A, the due date is 2 months prior to the filing of income tax return, but the department has given a circular saying that even if we file 9A along with the return of income, due date of return of income, they will not disallow. So here at least 2 months prior to the due date under section 139 subsection 1. Section 40 small a IA and 40 A 3A 3 is also applicable to organization. So wherein if TDS liability is there, they have to deduct TDS, and cash transaction should not be more than 10,000. corpus fund, there are a lot of conditions. Amount should be invested under section, as per the investment mode under section 11(5). So any loan or borrowing the organization has received, then it can be taken as application only when they repay it, not at the time of spending for expenses.
Sir, at the time of spending, become a excess spending.
Excess
Excess spending
for
for that financing.
financial year. Excess spending means previously you would have accumulated 15%. So from that you can spend. So what is your doubts?
The expense is already incurred.
Okay. Source, sir?
Only
Source? Source of fund? You are talking about loan? Okay. Borrowing you spent, already spent. So up to 1st April 2021, that can be accommodated. After that, you cannot take in as a application. Only when you repay, that part alone will be taken as a application, sir. It will be disallowed, sir.
The spending out of the loan will not be considered as application.
Hmm.
So if you borrow a loan and spend, so that the 85% calculation it is from income. So this, whatever the spending that will take place out of loan will not be considered for this 85%. So that will be treated as spending. So for the loan, when you repay, that time will be treated as application. So when you repay the loan, that time you can say that you go,
So capital gain is also applicable to trust. For that they have a calculation. If the organization is 100%, wholly held for charitable purpose, then this is an example for this. The net consideration 1 lakh, cost of asset 40,000. The sunk cost, capital gain is 60,000. If you are going to invest or already invested in another new asset as 80,000, then shortfall in the reinvestment is 20,000. Capital gain deemed to have been applied for charitable purpose is 40,000. And partly held for charitable and partly for non-charitable, then we have to take the fraction of those computation. See, in my practical in my practice, I have never done the capital gain so far. So it's theoretical knowledge only I am having. So have any of you have done capital gain, sir? I would.
New investment, then what is whether 85% should be spent on the capital gain or on the net consideration? Because the form speaks about net consideration.
Net consideration only they are saying.
But what you have to spend 85% on the net consideration or on the capital gain.
For net consideration only, I guess, sir. Net consideration only.
instead of that, if you, since it is a capital gain, so if you deposit, if you put the money in corpus fund, deposit, then again you can pay interest. Just there, it's not necessary that you would have purchased a new.
So there is no need for reinvestment in another property.
If the money is spent for charitable purposes in the same year, then it will be treated as an application of income. So if the money is not spent, then you may have to park the money in corpus fund.
Okay.
Then it will be treated as. So in the case of alienation of property, we have to take approval from Commission of Income Tax. So if you go and apply for the exemption for selling the property permission, so at the time we may have to give that how we are going to deal with the money also.
Okay. That's what mentioned here. There is an option called, if you are going to accumulate more than 15%, you can file form number 10 and you can accumulate that amount for a period of 5 years, and it should be invested under 11(5). Again, for that also the due date is 2 months prior to the date of filing of return. Sir?
Like you told for form number 9, it's also before date of filing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That circular applies to both 9A and 10, sir. Yes, sir. Circular number it is there, sir. Circular I'm having, sir. Form number. Circular number 6, 2023, sir. I'll share the entire, circulars, forms and rules and all with you, sir. Circular is there. So form number 10, there are some proviso. We have to mention the exact purpose only, sir. But I think they are allowing whatever the purpose that we are putting. But if it is caught in scrutiny, then they may screw us. So if a trust has a business for the incidental objects, then they should have a separate books of accounts for the business. And if it is tax audit is applicable, then for that also tax audit to be done. 11.5, they have given a very big list. As you know, for the organization which has tolle, there is no provisional expenses. So you have to spend it before 31st March in order to claim 85%. Books means, sir? Sale of books. Sale of books. If it is incidental to the main objects, then it is not treated as a business, sir. But GST and tax audit, if it is applicable, then we have to comply with that. So if the total consideration is less than 20% of the total receipt, then you can claim. If it is more than 20%, then it is not allowed, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bank has deducted TDS, bank has deducted TDS for my interest, which I will get only after my ITR is paid. So that money is what we get as investment or
So you are talking about interest on fixed deposit, sir? Interest on fixed deposit.
bank deducted TDS.
Okay, sir.
Unless I file return, I will not get the refund.
Correct.
How do I treat the TDS component as a investment portfolio or a government deposit account? How do I treat it?
You can opt for Form 13 for non-deduction of TDS. You can file Form 13 and you get the LDC under 197. Already deducted, you have to go for refund only. It will be, yeah. It,
That money will be lying in my asset set of the balance sheet. Now, do I treat it? Will it come under as an investment money or do I have to again apply for it because the Form 9?
Sir, what I do is, I gross up the interest income and show the TDS as an application of it. It has been true. For 12 years, I will be doing it for several years. I show the gross interest as income and TDS part as application.
if the TDS amount is small, it is not a problem. If it is a TDS amount is big, then that 85% issue is there. That's what, as per SAR's advice, I think we can.
even there may be accrued income, but we are not received, even fixed deposit, interest accrued, we are not received, then there is no obligation there, because the entity has not received the interest income. So the color of the money is seen only if it is received in our bank statement. So if you go by actual receipt, as sir says, so on the
So
basis,
where you have to be careful is, there are banks which show the accrued interest also and deduct tax and show it in the form notice to pay.
That's a problem.
Then you have to be very, very careful.
That's a problem. What happens, the money, I have not received the interest. That is for that, there is one form is that we can say, money not received. There is no one can say, where you can say money not received. We can find and that is the better.
again 26 says mismatch will be there, so there we may have to take it.
So let me share one of the association that has got hearing notice for ADG. So after getting approval from the client only, I am sharing with you. This is how they are asking. They are asking for certificate, bank statements, date of commencement of activity, evidence to prove that you have not claimed any exemption earlier. So in this case, I think we have opted for the last class, wherein we have filed ITR 5, and that's why they are asking this question. Genuineness of the activities they want to check, trust deed, telephone number and email ID and the phone number of chartered accountant who is going for hearing. So nowadays it's become a very big task if we have to answer all these questions. And they are asking for donors list, those who have given more than 10,000, and donation given more than 10,000 list we have to submit. Complaints with any other law, FCRA, if the organization is registered under FCRA, they want FCRA certificate. They are asking for Turban portal registration, NOC from the owner of the registered office, income tax requirements, IT filed copy, tax audit reports, lot of declarations they are asking. Undertaking that no specified violation under section 12AB4. So those who are running educational institution, they are asking RTE and the fees determination committee, all those things they are asking. So this is the hearing notice. So we have covered section 12A and 11. Now we will go through section 12. Income of trust or institution fund contribution. Whatever be the voluntary contribution, it has to be included as income, but for section 11 purpose, it will be excluded. And whatever the service fees they have received, that has to be taken under the category of contribution, that is voluntary contribution. So section 12, this is what is section 12 talks about. 12AB, the procedure for registration. So once we file the application, they will check for the genuineness of the activity and whether we have complied with other acts or other rules and regulations, and then they will pass order. If it is a provisional application, they will pass form number 10 AC. If it is for permanent registration, they will pass form number 10 AD. They have now explained these are as a specified violation when any income derived from property held under trust wholly or part in charitable or religious purpose other than the objects of the trust. So we have to be extremely careful about drafting the objects of the trust deed or society. If any expenditure they have done outside the objects of the trust, it is coming under specified violation, the 12AB certificate may be cancelled. The trust or institution has income from profits and gains which is not incidental to the attainment of its main objects, and if it is for private religious purpose, not for the general public, benefit of general public, if the trust is for specified, or a specific religious community or caste, and if the activities is not genuine, then they may cancel the certificate. So let us go through one of the form number 10 AC and 10 AD. This is how form number 10 AC look like. So they have given certificate under section 12A 1 AC 6. 6 means the new one, the new organization. They have given validity for 3 years. So once they commence the activity within 6 months from the date of commencement, they have to go for permanent registration. And all the conditions they have put it here in the certificate itself. In case of the trust is converted into any form, merged into any other entity or dissolved in previous year, then section 115 will apply, that is exit tax. So all these conditions they have put it in the certificate itself. So we have to educate our clients to comply with all these conditions. So this is how form number 10 AC look like. Form number 10 AD. For the same organization, we have applied, and this is for 5 years validity. Here again they have put all the conditions as annexure. So this is form number 10 AD and the AC. So we have covered section 11, 12, 12AB, 12AC and ADG we will see. 12AC, whenever a running organization that has 12A want to merge with another organization, then chapter 12EB will not be applicable to that organization. 12AB is nothing but the exit tax. Those organization has similar objectives, you can always merge. So if all these conditions are fulfilled, then chapter 12EB is not applicable. We'll see 80G section. We all know that 80G is popular deductions that we used to claim. In 80G section subsection 5 that talks about registration. Like 12AB, here also there are 4 options. S2L registration, you have to go for revalidation. already approved organization, they have to file within 6 months. Provisional certificate, we have to apply within 6 months or within 6 months from the commencement of activity. I think this is not applicable for ATG now. They are accommodating the form and they are giving certificate. And this is for the new organization. So this is all about section 80G. Section 13, when section 11 is not applicable. If the organization does activity for private religious purpose or for the benefit of particular religious community or caste, then section 11 is not applicable, meaning thereby they may cancel the registration certificate. Here, subsection 2, if the organization is running for the benefit of the person referred to in subsection 3, there is a big list. If any of these things, if the organization does, then section 11 will not be applicable. For example, if any part of the property of income of the trust continues to be lent to any person referred to in subsection 3 for any period during the previous without either adequate security or adequate interest. So in this case, the organization will be counted as for the benefit of the persons referred to in subsection 3. So if anonymous,
lending to any trust members. Is it possible to lend?
you have to check the object class. If it is allowed, I think you can do that. But I don't know whether they will be converting that as a NBFC or something, I don't know. Yes, I have not seen any practical thing like that.
Person is approaching me to whether it is possible to lend within the members.
Sir, can you answer this question, sir? No idea. Okay. I think it is not possible, sir.
There is an exemption for section 8 companies for NBFC up to 100 crore.
Okay. Only to the members of the organization.
Up to 100 crores they don't have to go for an NBFC.
Okay. And if you have anonymous donation under section 115 BC, then up to 1 lakh you can have anonymous donation. More than 1 lakh, it will be taxed. For religious trust, anonymous donation is not applicable, sir. Because only for charitable organization it is applicable. Because you can't track the source for religious. Yeah, that's what I am saying. There is no anonymous donation concept for religious purpose. Only for charitable organization, this anonymous donation is applicable. Correct. You can't track the source. So section 1310, this is an important section. Supposing if you are filing your audit report and income tax return post due date, then they will not allow the capital expenditure, they will allow only the revenue expenditure and all these conditions to be fulfilled. You should not make donation to other person. There is no depreciation to be claimed. Such expenditure should not be from loan and borrowing. Such expenditure is not from corpus. Even form number 9A and form number 10 benefit is also not applicable. So it is always better to file the return well within the due date. Here they have mentioned the relative of those specified persons. So this is section 13. Some of the special provisions 115 BBI, BBC, we will just go through that. 115 BBI, deemed expenses, whenever there is a violation, then those income will be taxed under this 115 BBI section at the rate of 30%. BBC, anonymous donation, up to 1 lakh or 5% of the total donation can be taken as a, we can take it as a anonymous donation. In order to prove that it is not an anonymous donation, then we need to have a record of the identity indicating name, address of the person making such contribution. If you have these details, then that will not be taken as an anonymous donation. Yes, sir. Yes, yes. You cannot receive more than 2,000. Yes, sir. So this section is not applicable to wholly religious purpose, and any trust or institution created established wholly for religious and charitable purpose other than any anonymous donation made with specific direction of that donation is for university, education institution, hospital, medical institution run by such trust or institution. This anonymous donation, it will be taxed under 30% slab. So 115 TD to 115 TF. These are the sections that deals with tax on accredited income. When the trust is converted into any other form which is not having 12AB ADC certificate, then it will be taken as violation, then exit tax will come. Or if it is merged with entity other than entity which is a trust or institution having similar to it and registered under 12A, or fail to transfer upon dissolution all its assets and liabilities within 12 months from the end of the month in which dissolution takes place. So in these three scenario, exit tax will come. If a registration, if you are going for 12AB registration, if the you would have claimed exemption by using provisional certificate. If the final certificate is cancelled, then this exit tax will apply for those previous years. So it's a additional income tax chargeable in respect of total income of such specified person. The accredited income of the specified as on the specified date shall be charged tax, and such specified person shall be liable to pay additional income at the maximum marginal rate on the accredited income. So there is a rule for this, for the computation. Any of you have done exit tax so far, sir? No. And there is a section called 1192B. If for any reason not able to file the return within due date or before 31st of December, or if there is a delay in filing the audit report, then you can go for continuation of delay petition before CIT exemption. If the delay is up to 365 days. If it is more than 365 days, I think you have to go to Principal Commissioner of Income Tax or CBDT.
So recently I am facing a very peculiar situation.
Yes, sir.
I have merged two public charitable trusts which are having recognition income tax act. The trust which transferred the assets had a land and building. So we have to get re-registered in the name of the new trust. And that's, the market value is very hefty. So we paid about 90 lakhs of stamp duty. That 90 lakhs of stamp duty which has been paid is not being accepted by the department as an application of income.
Why, what is the point they are
The
saying?
point they are saying is, see, the entire transfer is exempt.
Okay. But it is not.
Assets of trust A is registered. So another trust, trust B is registered. So when the entire transaction becomes an exempt transaction, there is a question of claiming any expenditure related to an exempt transaction. So they are not allowing that 90 lakhs advance stamp duty as an application of income. And then 143 1A has disallowed it, and even 154 rectification petition, I think, worked.
Okay. What happened, sir?
It's not yet been taken up.
Okay. Okay.
I thought I would share. So since you raised
Yes, yes.
115 PD, something related to that.
Hmm.
So I think after 21 it has all come. So we are all on the learning curve.
But whether CIT appeal will take this form, sir, or we have to go to ITAT only?
I told the client maybe we have to go to the tribunal.
Okay.
My experience.
Because I think if the registration certificate is cancelled, there is no appeal for the, we have to go only to ITAT.
Yes. But here, it's a very peculiar case. The department officials are not able to know. Off the record when you go and discuss, even, I should not take the name. Even the people speak at the top level,
Correct, correct, correct.
they are also not keen on how the law will apply in such situations. So we are all on a learning curve.
So the organization is the victim
But the
in this.
situation is, before we learn all this, the new tax will come.
Correct, 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 correct.
So now you got me.
So 139 4A talks about return of income. 40A IA, you all know that TDS should be deducted. 40A 3A, cash transactions. 197, this is what I was talking about, lower tax deduction. If you have a very big income from interest, then you can go for LDC, sir. Comparatively, LDC getting for trust, it is easy. So these are the provisions with respect to NGOs, and some of the rules I have just pulled for your reference. 17AA, where is 17A? 17AA, yeah. So this rule talks about books of accounts and other documents to be kept and maintained by the organization. They have given a very big list. So I am sure not all the organization are ready to keep all these records unless they are very big or they have a solid account team inside the organization. So cash book, ledger, journal, all the bills, original bills, any other book to justify that it gives true and fair view. If they are running business, they have to keep books for those as well. Records of all the projects and institutions run by the person containing details of their name, address and objectives. When we are issuing Form 10B or 10BB, we are certifying all this, that they are maintaining. So think about the responsibility that we are taking. I'm sure not many organizations are following. Because it's a very big list, sir. Very big. Correct, correct. It's a very big. Correct, correct. And we are certifying that they have kept all these as per the rule. So rule 17A is very important. If possible, let us educate our clients. 17B, audit report in case of charitable. Yeah, it talks about applicability of form number 10B and 10BB. Those organizations having up to 5 crore, exceeds 5 crore, form 10B is there. 10B should be given. If the organization receives even 1 rupee as foreign contribution, then form number 10B applies. And if any of the activities applied income outside the India during the previous year, again form 10B is there. For all other cases, 10BB is applicable. Form 10B, I think, is a very big risk that we are taking. Method of valuation under section 115 TD. So rule number 17 CB gives you how to calculate the exit tax or accredited income. So this is self-explanatory. I think if you find time, please go through that. And it should be, sir, rule number 17 CB, sir, CB. Form number 9A and 10. Circulars, I think we have seen one circular. This is another circular that talks about condonation of delay. I have taken a article that deals with exit tax. I will share this also with you. It's not prepared by me, but somebody has prepared this, but it's really helpful. Let us be ready for this, exit tax and all, because if organization's certificate is cancelled, within 15 days we have to do this exit tax. I found this article as a useful one. GST notifications, some of the notifications I have taken, though we are not covering GST. Sir, in GST, how you are handling the GST notifications, sir? Are you taking GST registration for the organization, sir? Subramanian, sir.
Regarding schools, the department is insisting on whatever the after school activities. The department has how they are proceeding is anything students is okay. But other than the curriculum,
Correct.
anything other than after school activities, then they are
Like renting the property for some common, some function or something.
for example, IAS classes,
Not only renting,
Ah,
I have a lot of cases of private schools where the fee is determined by the private school
fee determination committee.
committee. But the same private school fee determination committee goes by Lakshmi matriculation case.
Hmm.
In Lakshmi matriculation case, what the Madras High Court has said is, when fixing the fee, the committee takes into account certain expenses.
Correct, sir.
So all those expenses which have not been considered by the fee committee, if the managing agency of the school feels for better quality education and on a case-to-case basis. By passing resolution, the PTA, you can collect it.
Okay.
For those amounts, see for private schools, for example, you have to pay and get a textbook. Samachir Kalvi book வந்து free ஆ கிடைக்காது.
Correct.
Government school students only get it free. For private school, we have to pay and get. So, many managements collect the money from the students, along with the cost of transportation, etc. And also for workshops, for language betterment, workshop for numerical skill development. So, a lot of these things we collect money. So, what the GST department has said is, those are subject to fees. Only
But-
the tuition fee, the notification is clear.
Oh.
The tuition
This extra amount what you are receiving, are you not facing any problem with the income tax, sir? Or
luckily, in all those cases, God saves me in the sense, they're all private schools where there is also one part of the school which is fully run by the government. It's a kind of an aided school.
okay, okay.
Which is an hybrid of a fully private school and a government school. I do not know how many of you have audited an aided school. Or hybrid.
Correct.
கல்வியும் கிடையாது, துறையும் கிடையாது.
Correct.
Dual.
They will be, paying the salary allowed
So what
for
I
this.
do is, that salary grant, I take it as a gross receipt.
Okay.
And the salary paid, I show it as an application of income. So, எனக்கு அது problem இல்லாம
Problem. Okay.
for income tax purpose, அது கண்ட உறுத்தாது அவங்களுக்கு தனியா.
Because why I am asking, at the time of hearing, they are asking, what is the fees determination committee's fees that you are charging? What is the amount that you have received and all?
See, I will also question. I say I collect GST and pay.
Okay.
And see, nowhere fee determination committee says you should not, on the order படிச்சுப்பாங்க.
Okay.
Nowhere it says you should not collect anything extra. You should not collect anything extra towards tuition fee.
Okay.
We have to be very clear.
Okay.
You have to read the private school act fully, convince yourself, convince the management, and then do.
Okay.
Sir, because of aided school, that management is not receiving the salaries, no sir, the salaries are being distributed directly to teachers.
Correct.
Then if that be the case, going to the account it as receipts and then payments to the account.
No. See, if you read the private school act, there are situations where you will have to pay salary if you commit any violation. 1 month salary you have to keep as deposit. So direct payment order எப்போ வேணா போடலாம். And they will not pay the salary unless the correspondent or secretary signs the certificate every month. இப்பதான் அந்த direct transfer வந்திருக்கு. ஒரு 10 years அதுக்கு முன்னாடிலாம் ஸ்கூல் அக்கவுண்ட்டுக்கு தான் வரும். ஸ்கூல் அக்கவுண்ட்ல இருந்து போகும். இப்போ கூட deductions are in the account in the name of the secretary that particular aid school. LIC deduction, அப்புறம் இந்த co-op taxல loan எடுப்பா தீபாவளிக்கு அந்த deduction அதெல்லாம் மொத்தமா ஸ்கூலுக்கு ஒரு செக் வந்துடும். ஸ்கூல்ல கிரெடிட் வந்துடும். இங்க இருந்து தான் நம்ம செக் கொடுத்து பே பண்ணணும். So when the deduction alone is accounted, நான் எப்படி deduction மட்டும் அக்கவுண்ட் பண்ணுவேன்? டபுள் என்ட்ரி எப்படி போடுவேன்? அப்ப நான் gross போட்டு தான் net entry போட முடியும். Memorandum entry மாதிரி தான்.
That is not an income or receipt in the hands of student. As far as salary grant.
Sir, substantially financed by government, case loss எல்லாம் பாருங்க. Financed by government ல என்ன grant ல ஸ்கூல்ல கொடுத்து வரைக்கும். யாரோ ஒரு மேடம் சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தாங்க, நான் கேட்கலாம் நினைச்சேன். அது ஒரு எனக்கு ஒரு பெரிய கேஸ் இருந்தது. 3 ஸ்கூல் ஒரு ட்ரஸ்ட்ல ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்கூலுக்கும் less than 1 crore இருந்தது. பழைய limit வந்து 1 crore. அந்த tuition fee receipt வந்து 3 ஸ்கூலுக்கும் less than 1 crore இருந்தது. ஆனா all the 3 come under the same management, ஒரே சொசைட்டி. So அவ என்ன பண்ணிட்டா, 3 சேர்த்து 1 crore மேல போகுது, உனக்கு அந்த கேட் பண்ணி எக்ஸம்ஷன் கிடையாது. அப்புறம் I fought it. Luckily சுப்ரீம் கோர்ட் ஒரு கேஸ் இருந்தது, பெங்களூர் கிரைஸ்ட் ஸ்கூல் ஒரு கேஸ் இருந்தது. அது வச்சு விடாம நீங்க ஸ்கூலுக்குள்ள போனீங்கன்னா தலை சுத்தும். The trust or a society runs a school.
Then
Getting it
correct.
audited and getting it passed by the income tax department is hell of a task. அது சார் சொன்னாங்க,
Every year.
I'm sorry to say, department RTE Act புரியாது. ரைட் டு எஜுகேஷன் ஆக்ட் படிச்சிருக்கவே மாட்டான். பிரைவேட் ஸ்கூல்ஸ்க்கு ரைட் டு எஜுகேஷன் ஆக்ட் அப்படியே ஆகாது. அது எவ்வளோ சொன்னாலும் அந்த மறுபடியும் கொடுக்காது. அப்புறம் அந்த புக் எடுத்துட்டு வந்து இதுல பாதிக்கு இங்கிலீஷ் வேற தெரியாது. ஸோ தமிழ் டிரான்ஸ்லேஷன் பண்ணி அவனுக்கு புரிஞ்ச இங்கிலீஷ்ல சொல்லி
RT எதுக்கு தான் சார் applicable அப்பனா private school it is not applicable
Private school
like matriculation school not applicable.
For private schools, RTE is not applicable. வேணும்னா management can go for it.
Oh, it's not mandatory.
It is not mandatory.
அப்புறம் எதுக்கு applicable mandatory?
Government schools க்கு RTE Act is applicable.
Oh,
நீங்க அந்த
government aided schools.
அந்த வெப்சைட் ஓபன் ஆகுதுன்னா பார்த்தாலே அந்த drop down மெனுல கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூல்ஸ் தான் இருக்கு.
Okay,
பிரைவேட் ஸ்கூல்ஸ் வராது. எய்டட் ஸ்கூலும் வராது.
but many private schools are following without knowing that அப்ப.
இது என்னன்னா you rub my back I rub your back ன்ற மாதிரி அந்த டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்ல இருக்கிற DOC ஓவர் புக்ஸ்ல வச்சுக்கணும்ன்றதுக்காக அவனுக்கு கோட்டா கொடுக்கறது RTE ஆக்ட்ல போட்டு அந்த பணத்தை எப்படி வாங்கி
Okay,
வாங்கி அவனுக்கு அப்படி கொடுத்துருவோம். அவ்வளவுதான். அதுக்காக RTE ஆக்ட் வரவே தவிர பிரைவேட் ஸ்கூல்ஸ்க்கு RTE ஆக்ட் கிடையவே கிடையாது. மெட்ராஸ் ஹைகோர்ட் டிசிஷன்ஸே சரி நீங்க எஜுகேஷன் செக்டருக்குள்ள போனீங்கன்னா அது
it's a very big well.
அதையும் டாக்ஸேஷன் லிங்க் பண்ணணும்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா
ரொம்ப சிரமம். Fine.
the books of accounts ஸ்கூலுக்கெல்லாம் இதெல்லாம் நீங்க வச்சுக்கணும்னு சொன்னா எந்த ஸ்கூல்லயும் ஒத்தனை வேலையே செய்ய மாட்டாங்க.
Correct. Colleges அப்படிதான்ல for that.
ஸ்ட்ரீட் சர்வே வராங்க சார். ஸ்ட்ரீட் சர்வே வந்து நோட்டீஸ் பண்ணி கொடுத்துருங்க. நான் எல்லாரும் சொல்றேன் நோட்டீஸ் வாங்கி வச்சுக்கோங்க. நோட்டீஸ் வாங்கி வச்சுக்கோ அப்பீல் போலாம். அப்பீல் தவிர கூட எதுவும் காசே கொடுக்காதீங்க.
Okay.
ஏன்னா once you give then you are caught in a mess. அவ்வளவுதான்.
Lot of confusions la idhula. So I have just shared a notification. Some of the notifications I just highlighted which is applicable for Tolle and ATG organization. This also I will be sharing with you all. Please go through the entire notification. Here and there I have just highlighted. Extra curricular மாதிரி பண்றது. But for that we have to take a registration and we have to include in exempt income also inside the return. GST. Whether RCM is applicable, sir? Okay, taxable service varakudadu. 100% exempt service na then there is no RCM. Oh. But number eduthu file பண்றது it's not that easy. Okay. Fine. So form 10BD is whenever the organization is collecting donation before 31st of May they have to file this form so that the donors will get the exemption. Going forward because of this new regime and all, no one will come forward to give. Sir? Oh, okay. So form 10BD to be filed and form 10BE to be given to the donor so that they can claim donation deductions. Yes, sir, but that's what he is saying. There are some issues. It's not updating properly. multiple filings allowed. So I think we have covered major provisions, sir. So this already we discussed, income also discussed, 1023C, 3AVAC, ADA. This also we. This is the major change they want to do. So from 1st April 2025 onward, if the application is made, then they will be giving 10 years validity. Some of the do's. Some of the don'ts. Yes, sir. Receipt ava. Vandeshna, they may take it as a business income account. 94? C. Okay. Correct. I think they have to modify the income tax form, or they have to. Fine, that's all.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
what makes you say no activities beyond India?
Where is that, sir?
Don't, sir. You
Yeah.
said no activity beyond
Don't, sir. Yeah. In 12AB and ADG, they are asking for the hearing. At the time of hearing, they are asking, sir, all the activities should be within India only. If you are doing any activities outside of India, then they are not considering as a genuine activity or violation.
I have got an appellate order where
Yes, sir.
the income was within India, but application was for the purpose of the trust outside India. It was allowed.
Okay.
There is a charitable organization which is doing education there.
Okay, sir. They are into online or what, sir?
Online credit.
Physical. Okay.
They have tied up with PNSDC.
Okay, sir.
That is skill development. So the sports trainers alla Uruvakar trust. So they are also members of non-Mudalman Income other they are.
Okay.
They are also part of NSDC, PNSDC, and other way they are doing programs. So recent on the website about somebody from Qatar government, they wanted these people to come there and do a program.
Okay.
And they did not pay for it. They said we will just provide accommodation, we'll provide the students, you just train. If it goes through, then we can enter into an MOU and then probably do it as a trust to trust basis in a applicable clause pathakala. Year before last, they did a program there.
Okay.
So adukku the traveling expense, the accommodation traveling expense, material preparation, here the trainers hire பண்ணது எல்லா charges-உம் we claim.
So all these you have booked here in India. Okay.
So as long as there was no income generated there,
Okay.
the appellate authority said application, he cited some Supreme Court case and sent this up.
Okay, okay, okay. Understood.
There is a specific class that the activity should not be carried out outside India.
Correct, correct, correct.
That's what I'm saying, sir.
If on
Activities should
case
not
to
be
case
carried
basis.
out outside India
And
from income generated outside India. If you generate income within India for that purpose, and the purpose is outside India, it is still allowed.
But if income is not generated outside,
If you generate income outside India, straight away it becomes a business there. It will not even come under the cap of the 20%. See, that is what the appellate authority said. We gave that communication. In the event of the SSC going for an MOU, etc., prior permission from commissioner exemptions is necessary.
sir, ah,
exams are conducted here. அதுக்கு payment வந்து made outside India. அது வந்து even though the payment made outside India, but activities are within India.
okay.
So அந்த மாதிரி cases தான்
Even in yoga class also, I think there are a lot of online sessions, sir. How they are,
That's a tricky thing now.
okay.
All this online, when you say no activities beyond India, tricky.
Okay, okay. But we should be cautious about the activities. Correct, 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 correct. They are insisting. There are a lot of contradiction, I guess. Hmm.
for the benefit of whoever or whatever the benefits for India only this ATG is given. So that when the services are handled,
Sir, argue பண்ணல, that's how I argue. See, ultimately, when an entity from India does the program for government of Qatar, the benefit comes to India. See, it's the Indian organization
It's Indian.
which has been chosen from a lot of other organizations in the world.
is the beneficiary.
Sir, beneficiary, when you are saying general public, are you restricting it within India?
That is the reason why restricted to.
Again, the beneficiaries are sports people only, no, sir. The Indian people only, no.
No, there are several case laws where the general public can be outside India also.
See, when it is done in Qatar, so people of Qatar only will be the beneficiary.
That's what I am saying, sir, but for bringing benefit to people in Qatar, we are not generating any income in Qatar. It's out of the income generated in India, voluntary contributions of the trust paid for the benefit of the trust outside India.
Sir, Indian government is giving ATG exemption, but whereas you are getting the income here, applying the exemption, but whereas you are going and doing the business not in India,
Britannia biscuit வாங்கி சாப்பிட்டு dividend வெட்டதானே அனுப்புறோம்.
sir, Britannia biscuit is not exempt from income tax.
Correct?
Here the income is exempt from income tax.
No,
Again, it's a case to case basis, I guess, sir.
Is exemption, sir.
Ah.
Exemption is given. To promote activities in
sir,
India.
Yeah.
the ATT is exemption is for the person who pays the donation. Who pays the donation.
There is no income here.
ATG may be, the donation must be applied for the purposes of the trust within India. I don't deny.
But in your case, what you are telling, I think you have taken 12AB registration and not ATG.
We also have ATG.
If it
We
is
also
12AB
have ATG.
registration, what is, because 12AB registration, this class is not.
See, that is precisely what he has put. For this purpose, no donation has been specifically received
From
under
abroad.
exemption under ATG. That's what the order says.
There is no income flowing into the trust
All
from
ATG
outside.
donations are without any specific purpose.
Sir, if the trustee travel to foreign country for the purpose of trust,
For the purpose of trust means for raising fund, sir.
no, for education, they are getting some knowledge,
Awareness.
awareness.
Yeah, they can do.
Whether it is allowed?
Yeah, allowed.
I'm not sure, sir, actually. I'm not sure. Foreign travel. So how it is connected to the objects of the organization, we need to prove.
Doctors,
Okay, okay,
they are getting some seminar and other.
okay, okay, okay. Then I think if it is for genuine purpose, I think
Even
can
salary
be
also
accommodated.
can be paid to the trustees, provided they have qualifications.
Correct. And they also render some service in return. That's all from my end. Pardon, sir? AOP? Ah. For opening bank account, sir? Correct. Now they are asking, sir. There is a, RBI circular in 2023, I guess. Here in page number 43, it is there. The RE should obtain turban from the organizations. 43. While doing re-KYC, they are asking, sir. For new trust, before even opening the bank account, they are asking turban. But turban portal is a very problematic portal. Here in paragraph 46A, RE shall ensure that in case of customers who are non-profit organization, the details of such customers are registered on turban portal Niti Aayog. If the same is not registered, then RE shall register the details. But RE, the RE, they are referring banks. They are, asking us to do the turban ID. Now they made it as compulsory for all the NGOs, sir. Previously compulsory for FCRA purpose and those who are getting government grants, it was compulsory. Now for all the NGOs they are demanding. Pardon, sir? Correct. Free. They may reject the application without saying any reason. Already FCR registration is there. Okay.
I just want to change, let's say the managing trustee's term is over and someone else is going to be appointed, and that person
That somebody else is from India.
not from India.
Okay. Is also from abroad. For change of trustees, I think you have to report to FCRA. La?
The reporting is not a problem. Do you think it will be a serious issue?
Probably, ma'am. Probably. The FCRA is something. Any other questions or any other discussions, sir, or any other inputs from you, sir? Yes, sir. Already covered, sir. Form 10BD before May we have to file. Form 10B also we have to give. Author and trustee. I think there is no problem in that, but I have not done both founder as well as trustee. Have you come across those cases, sir? Okay. But FEMA violations, nothing will be there, sir.
No, as long as he has a bank account here and the corpus is from that fund.
Okay, from NRO.
And apart from that, he is not getting any money as donation from outside India,
Ah.
nor he is getting any benefit from the trust. I think the registrars are
Okay.
wants us to put a class.
Even in partnership firm also, NRI can be partner, la? Salary? NRI trustee, yeah. Then 194(5) section will come. If he is rendering some service, I think it's tricky question only, sir. Provided if you comply with the TDS provision, I think it is okay. Sir. Madam. Okay. For that, I think there is a circular, ma'am. Latest one circular is there, but I'm not. There is a, but time limit is, I think, over, I guess. Appeal IT only, ma'am, I guess. I think there was a time limit for that. There was circular. What was that? 11th of November or something. Sir.
Any possibilities there for the trust to be transferred to other person without paying the exit tax?
No. The other person should be a trust with similar objects having 12 AB and 8DG. Settler? So you mean to sale of trust, kind of. No, only founder trustee is changed. Only trustee is, there is a change in trustee. Okay. For all the entire board or entire board? Okay. There will be issues, sir. They will consider that as a major change, or they will take it as a commercial. Sir, have you? Sir, his question is, can we change the entire board of trustees?
You want to change the
Entire trustees.
your original deed has provision for that? I doubt. Does your original deed permit en masse change of trustees? Would not have been registered like that.
Especially founder trustee, sir. Especially founder trustee.
I don't think it is possible. See that at any point, at a point of time in the life of the trust, you will have completely different trustees because people would die. Achwas trust எடுத்துக்கீங்களே over a period fullaவே மாறும். எனக்கு I have a 42-year-old trust based at Besanagar where I had a very peculiar problem. There were 9 trustees and one author who was also the managing trustee. Now I looked at over a period of time, one by one kick the bucket. So year before last when I filed the return of income, I understood all the people whose name I am going to type in the return of income are not found in the trustee at all. சாருக்கு முன்னாடி சொன்னார் ஒருத்தர் வெறும மினிட்ஸ் இருந்தா போதும் அப்படின்ட்டு. டு சேஃப்கார்ட் எனக்கு தெரியும் இந்த கிருக்கா எப்பனாவது டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல கேட்பா நாளைக்கு.
Amendment of deed should be
So
better.
we wait for an amendment. Registrar கிட்ட போய் we briefed him. So 10 பேரோட death certificate அதெல்லாம் வாங்கி கொடுத்துட்டார். We put an amendment, he didn't got it registered. Luckily எனக்கு பில்டிங் எல்லாம் இல்ல. வெறும fixed deposits மட்டும் இருந்தது. So அவர் சொன்ன மாதிரி பில்டிங் இருந்ததுன்னா ஸ்டாம்ப் டியூட்டி வந்துடும்.
Correct.
அது இல்ல.
Correct. Cessation, all these things will be defined in trust deed. So it is always better to amend the deed, sir. Even nowadays, banks are asking us to amend the deed. They are not accepting the resolution. Okay, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. No, what is the problem? PAN, at the time of allocating the PAN, there was a mistake. I think it is okay only. It's okay only. Tolle and ADG also obtained, right? Provisional, not the permanent one. Why? No, within 6 months from the date of commencement, you should go for permanent registration, right? Sir, provisional certificate they will give for 3 years. Assuming that there is no activities for 3 years, then not a problem. If you already commenced the activity within 6 months from the date of commencement of activity, you have to go for permanent registration. If it is not there, then you will be facing exit tax. So that's all from my end. Thank you so much for your, yes ma'am. Yes. Maximum margin rate. Correct. Ma'am, there's only one solution. We have to go and pay the maximum marginal rate at the time of filing itself. If they give refund, then we can be happy. Otherwise, there is no solution, ma'am. I think they have designed the form in such a way. It's like a trap. We can't convince the client. Correct. Correct. Any practical solution for that, sir? So, at the time of paying tax, if we pay by MMR, that's okay.
Where அந்த 143 ஒன்ல ரிப்பீட்டடா ஏதாவது வந்துட்டே இருந்தா நான் ஒரு ட்ரிக் கத்துக்கிட்டேன். ஒரு ரெண்டு தடவை 154 போடுவேன், ரிஜெக்ட் ஆகும்.
Then
ஒரு பெரிய பக்கமா எழுதி கிரீவன்ஸ் போடுவேன், அவங்களுக்கு ஒண்ணும் புரியாது. ப்ளீஸ் கான்டாக்ட் தி ஜூரிஸ்டிக்ஷன் ஆபீசர் போடுவோம். போய் முடிச்சணும்.
manual rectification.
அதுதான் கத்துக்கிட்டேன். ஸ்ட்ரைகர் நேரம்.
Correct.
பக்கமா எழுதி அப்லோட் பண்ணி வச்சுங்களேன். கிரீவன்ஸ்ல ஒத்த
And the JO should also be kind enough to accept the
that depends on two things. Your
correct.
and two
How we approach.
the time they provide.
Correct.
கிரவுண்ட் ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு போனோம்னா கீழே எல்லாத்தையும் சில்லறை இதெல்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு போனோம்னா முடியும்.
Correct.
நேரா நான் CA உள்ள போனீங்கன்னா
Then fine. Thank you so much for patient listening. Yes, madam. For the registered office of the trust, ma'am, there is not a problem, ma'am. But register, but property tax EB now they are converting into commercial. Commercial ஆகிட்டு இருக்கிறான். Even professional tax also they are coming, EB, property tax they are converting into commercial. Totally. Okay, trust document. Ayyo. Already land belongs to the trust only. Okay. It is all. That's the issue. Stamp duty. In order to avoid the stamp duty. அசேசத்து இல்லைன்னு போட்டுரும். Can we do it via amendment of deed, sir? Not possible, sir. Stamp duty, after paying stamp duty.
I think what I understood from what ma'am has said.
Sir,
Trust deed registration, does it talk about activities already having commenced in the past?
no. as if what she is.
That's what she is saying. 90 ல எப்படி இருக்குன்னா இப்போ பழைய வருஷத்துக்கு இத்தனை வருஷத்துல வாங்கணும் ஏன்னா அந்த டாக்குமெண்ட்
And-
ப்ரொடெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க அந்த இடத்தை வந்து ப்ரொடெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. Sir, she is saying it has been registered as a brand new trust. And where is the question of bringing assets which are dated prior to the trust deed?
செட்டில்மெண்ட்லாம் வாய்ப்பு இல்லையா சார்? செட்டில்மெண்ட் மாதிரி
இல்ல இல்ல சில ட்ரஸ்ட் டீட்ல எப்படி இருக்குன்னா எப்படி அதுக்கு எப்படி டிராஃப்ட் பண்றாங்கன்னா அவங்க வந்து மென்ஷன் பண்றாங்க இத்தனை அந்த வருஷம் வாங்கிட்டோம்னு சொல்லிட்டு பின்னாடி போயிட்டு ஒண்ணுமே இல்லைன்னு சொல்லி க்ளோஸ் பண்ணி விட்டுறாங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா who signed the properties and all trust name
one of the trustees name.
சார் இந்த ப்ராப்பர்ட்டியே அந்த லேண்ட் கொடுத்தவர் தான செட்டில்மெண்ட் போட்டு கொடுத்துட்டான்னு வச்சுக்கீங்களா அந்த காலத்துல நான் ஒரு திருவாரூர்ல ஒரு ஸ்கூலுக்கு ஆடிட்டர் அந்த லேண்ட் நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா அந்த ஹெரிடிட்டரி ட்ரஸ்டி தியாகராஜர் கோயிலோட ஹெரிடிட்டரி ட்ரஸ்டி இப்ப இருக்கிறவா வந்து 5th ஜெனரேஷன் அந்த ஜெனரேஷன்ல கொடுத்துருக்கா தான செட்டில்மெண்ட் சோ 59ல தான் இவன் வந்து சொசைட்டி ஃபார்ம் பண்ணி ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணிருக்கான் சோ அப்பலாம் எடுத்துட்டே வரல லேண்ட் இந்த ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி இப்போ ஓனர் இல்ல அப்ப அது ப்ராப்ளம் என்னன்னா அது இன்கம் அதுல வந்து தமாஷ் இருக்கும் அதான் சொன்ன எஜுகேஷன் மூலமா தலை சுத்தம் பாய்ஸ் ஸ்கூலை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் இந்த ட்ரஸ்டீஸ் தான் ட்ரஸ்ட் பணத்துல எடுத்து பில்டிங் கட்டிருக்கான் ஒரு காலத்துல அது போர்டு ஸ்கூலா இருந்தது காமராஜர் பீரியட்ல ஒரு லா கொண்டு வந்து ஒரு ஜிஓ கொண்டு வந்து எம்எஸ் 61 ஃபார் 1960 கொண்டு வந்து தமிழ்நாடு முழுக்க டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்ல ஒரு 4 ஸ்கூல் நடத்த முடியாதுன்னு தெரிஞ்சு பிலாசபிஸ்ட் கிட்ட கொடுத்துருக்கான் எம்சிடிஎம் ஸ்கூல்ல அப்படிதான் வந்து அதெல்லாம் கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூலா இருந்து நடத்த முடியாம ஒரு காமராஜர் வந்து கொடுத்துருக்கான் அது எல்லா ஸ்கூலுக்கும் பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு கல்வெட்டு வச்சிருப்பான் காமராஜர் பேர் போட்டு ஆல் தி அசெட்ஸ் பிலாங் டு தி ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் தமிழ்நாடு இருக்கும் சோ நான் என்ன பண்ணுவேன் அதெல்லாம் கேபிட்டலைஸே பண்ண மாட்டேன் அந்த ஸ்கூலுக்கு ஏதாவது பில்டிங் எல்லாம் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணா கேபிட்டலைஸே பண்ண மாட்டேன் வேர் இஸ் தி क्वेश्चन ஆஃப் கிளைமிங் இட் as an asset of the society it belongs to the state government நான் ரெவென்யூ எக்ஸ்பெண்டிச்சரா போட்டு கிளைம் பண்ணிடலாம் அப்ளிகேஷன் நிர்வாகம் யார் கையில இருக்கு நிர்வாகம் இப்போ பட் பர்மனன்ட்டாவே அவுட் ஆஃப் தி பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட் தான்
Say for example, 10 people say.
பர்மனன்ட்டாவே அவுட் ஆஃப் தி பேலன்ஸ்
They
ஷீட்
just
தான்
started managing only.
அடுத்த ஜெனரேஷன் போகும்போது இது பிகம் இஷ்யூ
Even, I mean,
நீங்க அதுக்கு வந்து என்ன பண்ணா மினிட் பண்ணிடலாம் மினிட் பண்ணிடலாம் and as an auditor I give a separate note in the expenses எல்லாம் வந்து because of the provisions of MS so and so and subject to the provisions of the income tax that I have declared பண்ணி so without showing the balance sheet just minutes மட்டும் பண்ணிக்கலாம் நீங்க சொல்றது கரெக்ட் சார் you have to be very careful and cautious 10 வருஷம் கழிச்சு அவனால உங்களை கை காமிச்சு நீ மிஸ்டேக் பண்ணிட்டேன்னு சொல்லக்கூடாது அடுத்த ஜெனரேஷன் வரும்போது என்ன ஆகும்னா அந்த டாக்குமெண்ட்டே இருக்காது பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட் இருக்காது எதுலயுமே இருக்காது எங்கேயுமே ரெக்கார்ட் இருக்காது சார் என்னோட எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் அந்த ஜெனரேஷனுக்கு பிலாந்தரியே இருக்காது சார்
Fine. All are business level. Sir, what is the solution for madam's case, sir?
இல்ல சார் அதான் எனக்கு ரிசைட்டல் பார்த்தா தான் சார் நான் ஒரு கன்க்ளூஷனுக்கு வரேன்
Okay.
இட் இஸ் a brand new test she has a problem at hand இந்த ரிசைட்டல்ல எங்கேயாவது இந்த மாதிரி சில பேர்
அதாவது
இது பண்ணிருக்காங்க
we can bring it.
வேல்யூவேஷன்லாம் எடுத்துட்டு கார்பஸ் பண்ணா உள்ள கொண்டு வரதுக்கு பாசிபிலிட்டி இருக்கு
At that time, do we need to do amendment of deed, sir? To bring that assets? Minutes போதும்.
கார்பஸ் பண்ணா கொண்டு வரலாம்
Balance sheet item பார்க்கணும்.
பண்ணா கொண்டு வரலாம் இல்ல இது ரெஜிஸ்ட்ரேஷன்ல காமிக்கலனா ரெஜிஸ்ட்ரேஷன்ல ஸ்டாம்ப் கட்டலனா போட்டுறலாமா ஒரு மேனேஜ்மென்ட் ரெப்ரசன்டேஷன் லெட்டர் வாங்கிடுங்க உங்க ஸ்கின்னை சேஃப்கார்ட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க அதை விட்டுட்டு நீங்க பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட் கையெழுத்து போட முடியாது ஆமா போட முடியாது இந்த பழைய எஸ்என்எஸ் கிட்ட ஒரு கோயில் இருக்குல்ல அப்படிதானே பண்ணேன் அவ ட்ரஸ்ட் ஃபார்ம் பண்ணும்போது நிறைய நகையெல்லாம் இருந்தது அந்த கோயில் பில்டிங் கட்டின செலவு இதெல்லாம் மேடம் அதான் ஒரு வேல்யூவேஷன் ரிப்போர்ட் ஜுவல்லரிக்கும் பில்டிங்க்கும் வாங்கிட்டு மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் கிட்ட ஒரு லெட்டர் வாங்கிட்டேன் அதை வச்சு இதெல்லாம் நாங்க ஏற்கனவே அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ்ல கொண்டு வரல ட்ரஸ்ட் டீட் ரிஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணும்போது ரா ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ் இன்வால்வ்டு அதை போட்டுருக்கோம் ரிசைட்டல் பார்க்கணும் ஃபுல்லா பார்த்தா தான் ஒரு
Wholesome is wrong.
இப்ப இருக்கிற கோட் ஆஃப் கான்டாக்ட்ல நம்ம வந்து மேனேஜ்மென்ட் லெட்டர் வாங்கினா கூட இந்த இஷ்யூ சால்வ் பண்ணாது ஏன்னா இது இஸ் எனி வயலேஷன் எனி அதர் ஆக்ட்
Actually, the temple was constructed by X even 30 years back something, and that X is no more, and that is carried by surrounding people like local people, and now it's a form of 10 people who doesn't relate to that land ownership. So, but it is not in the trustee name also, that trust name also. So we cannot bring. I told you we cannot.
the land belongs to the
what is the,
See, அந்த land வந்து அவர் தான செட்டில்மெண்ட் பண்ணியிருக்காரா, gift deed பண்ணியிருக்காரா, அது ஏதாவது இருக்கா? அவ legal heirs இப்ப இருக்காளா? அவர் இல்ல, அவர் legal heirs இருக்காளா? அதுல நாளைக்கு யாராவது போய் claim பண்ணா?
correct, correct.
எங்க தாத்தா வந்து எனக்கு கேட்காம கொடுத்துட்டான் சொந்த கோயிலுக்கு, கோயில் இல்லா அப்படின்னா மேடம் லீகலா அதை வந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ற மாதிரி டெத் சர்டிஃபிகேட், லீகல் சர்டிஃபிகேட் அது தான பெரிய ப்ராசஸ். அதெல்லாம் ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ண பிறகு தான் நீங்க பண்ணணும். டாக்ஸ் அது ஒரு கட்டி
How to see when we bring it to the accounts that we else not required. So I don't want to go into the legal part, right?
நீங்க வந்து audit report. The temple stands on the land belonging to so and so, who is the founder of this temple. The document of the land has not yet been transferred in the name of the trust of the temple. The management has been advised to take a legal view and do the needful at their against. Clear கொடுத்துருக்கோம். அதே மாதிரி on the date of the inception of the trust, jewels worth so much are already there. And in the absence of any evidence provided to me regarding the ownership of those jewels and how it has been accrued in the trust, it has not been brought into the asset side of the balance sheet. Not போட்டிருக்கோம், இல்ல போட்டிருக்கோம். ஏன்னா you cannot claim ignorance tomorrow. தெரியாதுன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. லெட்டர் வாங்கி போய் இதையும் போட்டு பண்ண முடியும். Regarding jewels, sir. Jewels. Land for note போட்டிருந்தது சார். The land belongs to the so and so founder who is no more. Jewels capital reserve எடுத்துட்டு எல்லாத்தையும் கையெழுத்து வாங்கினா so they can இல்ல சார் அது யார்
How to share the folders? You have the mail ID of one person.
ஆமா அதான்
mail ID, sir.
But it is more than, along with all the PDFs, it is more than 40 MB. Can I give it in pen drive or something? If you give me the pen drive. You have pen drive, sir? It is not possible, I guess. Or can I share it via drive?
Because technical posting it in website and all.
Okay, okay. I'll give it a try. That's all, sir. I finished.
மாசத்துக்கு ஒரு நாள் அவனுக்கும் மாசத்துக்கு ஒரு நாள் துர்கா ஸ்டாலினுக்கும் பிரசாதம் போடுது. அது என்ன பிரசாதம் அவன் டிஃபைன் பண்ணுவான் மந்த் டு மந்த். அதை பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா இந்த டாக்டர் ரங்கராஜன் மயிலாப்பூர்ல ஒரு அம்மன் கோயில் இருக்கும், நீங்க ஒன்னா போய் பார்க்கலாம். அந்த அர்ச்சகர் ஜிபே ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் எடுத்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தலை சுத்தும்.
After the meeting, I will share, sir. Na?
எல்லாத்தையும் நான் தான் சார். ஒரு நாளைக்கு 4 அபிஷேகம், ஒரு அபிஷேகத்துக்கு 4000 ரூபாய், 14000 ரூபாய் மினிமம். அப்புறம் அன்னதானம்னா 6000 ரூபாய் ஆகும். ஆடி மாசம் எல்லா நாளும் அன்னதானம், மார்கழி மாசம் எல்லா நாளும் அன்னதானம். 5 டோனர் 6 டோனர். You can count the gross receipts. நாங்க பேசுறது வேற கான்டெக்ஸ்ட். இது எல்லாமே அன்அக்கவுண்டட் இன்கம், அன்அக்கவுண்டட் எக்ஸ்பென்டிச்சர். ஸோ என்ன பண்ணுவாரு, வெட்டிகுலஸா வெள்ளிக்கிழமை முடிச்சுட்டு கோயிலேருந்து
It's
வரணும்.
12 MB.
ஒழுங்கா ஸ்கூட்டர்ல போவார்.
அப்புறமா
போய் 2 பேரையும் பார்த்து கொடுக்க வேண்டியதை கொடுத்து
டிரைவ்ல ஷேர் பண்ணட்டுமா சார்?
அப்புறம் ஏதாவது பத்திரிகை போட்டீங்கன்னா சிறப்பு அழைப்பாளர் அப்படி போட்டு அவர் பேரை போட்டுருணும். வராரோ இல்லையோ.
What I will do, first I will upload it into the drive and from there I will share it, sir. Sir, shall we wind up, sir? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.